Welcome back to the Digital Asset Report. Crypto markets are under pressure this week. Bitcoin and Ethereum have both pulled back 12% from recent highs. Ethereum touched a new all-time high this weekend before sellers took control. A dormant whale added fuel to the downturn. On-chain data shows the entity sold 24,000 Bitcoin worth $2.7 billion. They then rotated it into Ethereum, buying more than 400,000 Ether. The move sparked heavy selling and wiped $80 billion from the crypto market cap. More than $900 million in leveraged positions were liquidated between Sunday and Monday this week. Last week, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell took center stage in Jackson Hole. His speech was closely watched by markets worldwide, and Powell acknowledged growing risks to the labor market. He said slowing job growth and higher unemployment are weighing on the outlook. He also stressed that any policy shift is about protecting the economy, not politics. That message sent markets moving. Stocks surged, and the Dow gained more than 900 points. Bitcoin rose 4% Friday morning, and the dollar weakened against major currencies. Investors quickly priced in higher odds of a September cut, and traders on futures markets now see strong chances of lower rates. Still, Powell stopped short of making any promises. He just said the Fed must balance the risk of slowing growth with concerns that inflation remains above target. The speech definitely left room for debate, but markets heard what they wanted to hear.
In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside. A challenging situation. When our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. Our policy rate is now 100 basis points closer to neutral than it was a year ago, and the stability of the unemployment rate and other labor market measures allows us to proceed carefully as we consider changes to our policy stance. Nonetheless, with policy in restrictive territory, baseline outlook, and the shifting balance of risks, may warrant adjusting our policy stance. Monetary policy is not on a preset course. FOMC members will make these decisions based solely on their assessment of the data and its implications for the economic outlook and the balance of risks. We will never deviate from that approach.
And the conversation took a fresh turn this week as President Trump fired Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook on Monday evening after mortgage fraud accusations surfaced. Cook denied the claims and said she would not resign later this month. The dismissal raises fresh questions about Fed independence as the White House pushes for deeper rate cuts. International policy also played a role in crypto markets this week. In Japan, Finance Minister Katsunobu Kato endorsed crypto as part of a diversified portfolio. He said digital assets deserve a place in long-term strategies, and Kato pledged to create a sound trading environment for investors. Regulators are also moving to simplify crypto taxes. Local firms continue to partner with global blockchain leaders, adding momentum to Japan's role in the sector. Meanwhile, corporate moves remain in focus. Galaxy Digital, Jump Crypto, and Multi-Coin Capital are all raising $1 billion to create a Solana treasury. Cantor Fitzgerald is advising the deal, and the new entity is set to compete with Toronto-listed Sol Strategies, which has filed for a NASDAQ listing. On the product side, VanEck filed to launch the first US ETF tied to liquid staking. The fund will track Jito Sol, a token that represents staked Solana. VanEck worked with the SEC for months to establish a clear framework for this. Regulators have said some staking activities are not securities. The ETF would give investors exposure to Solana staking rewards in a regulated format. This is a big deal because just a couple months ago, issuers were unsure on what the future of liquid staking tokens would even look like. Following recent comments, this ETF filing is the first sign of confidence under the new administration. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like and a follow, and head over to bitgo.com to learn even more.